Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you week 9 of the NPL series, and this is indeed versus the token minority, his very own Jolt. And I'm the Phoenix Sounder, and let us go into our little team preview situation. Basically, he has this powerful team here of Mega Venusaur, Tornadus T, Empoleon. You see a lot of good stuff here. So, I mean, Vaporeon is super bulky, Gliscor is super bulky, Volcarona is a threat. Yeah, he just has a lot of really good mods. I mean, Mega Venusaur, gosh, everything's bulky or just OP as F. We can talk about this now. Basically, what I'm preparing for. Well, Mega Venusaur is kind of a problem. By the way, this is a post-com entirely into one, total section of the video. Because, what's a stitch? Because probably at the time my roommate was probably in there and I had to get this battle done and whatnot. Anyway, I had this little special Mega Metachan here. I have not once run a sub-Mega Metachan. So I thought this would be nice to turn the tables a little bit, go on his Mega Venusaur, predict him to switch out, get a sub up, and just do some damage and have a reliable Drain Punch to recover health. This is probably one of the last weeks that actually used defensive Donphan because that thing does nothing. So that's kind of the stitch there. I definitely wanted Rock Cell because that Volcarona was definitely very threatening. So the rest of it, I also wanted to spin just in case. Let's see, yeah, he has Empoleon, so that thing would have been very scary just in general because of bulky, and then got Rocks up, and that would be very detrimental to my team if it did happen, because then Closer couldn't set out, Darmanitan would take damage, everything would take damage, and yeah. We got Darmanitan, pretty standard Scarf set that I've been using this whole time, which is going to be really nice, you'd think, because of outspeeding most of his mons here. Because nothing on his team really would run a Scarf in the first place, so outspeeding anything that's faster than base 95 is nice. You got your standard Crocoon. Hopefully that can do some work, because I mean Crocoon Mega Medi is kind of my staple to my NPL teams. And we have an Assault Vest Scrafty. I just thought I need a little bit of special bulk here, and hey, Scrafty's done work for me in the past, so let's hope we get it justice. With that said, here is the battle. So, as you can tell, turn 4. Gosh, that kind of ruined some of the stuff here, some of the spoilers. Anyway, this is what he ends up bringing. He's got the Wob. He's got a very bulky team. And as he knows, I don't have any electric attackers, so yeah, those Empoleon and Vaporeon are going to be extremely annoying. It's going to be so difficult to try breaking this down. I mean, I've got Mega Medi. That's the best chance I've got. Anyway, he's going to start out with his Wobbuffet. I start with my Darmanitan, so, you know, turn 1, we're not doing too dandy. It's like, oh, balls, what is happening? Yeah, I'm going to U-turn out because this thing is very threatening. And you know what's not very threatening? Donphan. And ironically, this is like the one mon that Donphan can really do something against because I can either knock off or go for Rocks. Rocks is definitely my best play. So I'm going to go for my Rocks here as, who knows what he's going to do. Let's see what he does. He indeed goes to his Mega Venusaur. I'm totally fine with this. Like, Donphan basically did everything it could at this point, which is kind of sad. He goes for the Sludge Bomb here, definitely a good play on his part. I was hoping he would go for Giga, that is not the case. I go for U-turn hoping he switches out or something, but that's not the case. Here's now a little spoiler. Turn 4, want to bring in my Medi. Hoping, I don't know, I kind of wanted him to switch out because this is kind of a super bulky mon, even though I realized afterwards he didn't really need this that much. It just sucks though, because I get poisoned and I'm a substitute set. So basically I can do nothing anymore, especially since he's got that Wobbuffet. So it really sucks because they could have subbed double high jump kick, definitely taken out that Wobbuffet, we would have been fine. But that's not going to be the case clearly, as now he brings the Wobbuffet as I go for the Zen Headbutt. Actually I don't even have HJK, so maybe it wouldn't have been. I mean, either way it would have gotten really nice damage and potential flinches here and there. But yeah, I go for the Zen, try to wither him out a little bit more. And that's just going to be bye-bye to Mega Medi, unfortunately. But I am able to take out his Wobbuffet, that's great and all, but he has Alakazam, and Dazzling Gleam's obvious, and I do have an Assault Vest, but like, why make me take so much damage if I even do live when I have a Suicune? Here, I am going to switch out back to Scrafty. Oh gosh, this Vaporeon Suicune stuff. The memories are kicking back. I go for the knockoff, which is nice, get off those leftovers. If he burns me, that would really suck. So I'm just going to go to Suicune because that's my one status absorber on this freaking team. Rocks are very nice to keep as well, so as long as Empoleon doesn't come in, Defog will be dandy. But there's just a lot to say about these two mons here. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of skipping that is going to ensue. Is this where it starts? No, not yet. But there's going to be a lot of stall fest because, as you know, I have pressure, which, you know, you lose 2 PP of moves and stuff, right? I mean, that's what I'm thinking of this thought process. Like, I can stall this Vaporeon out if need be. So he brings in his Empoleon here. That's okay. I mean, that thing does not absorb Scalds, so hopefully I can Scald him and burn him. No. He defogs, so that kind of sucks because that's basically the end of Donphan at this point. As here I'm going to Calm Mind, as let's see what he goes for. He goes for his rocks, definitely his best play. My Donphan can still come in, but I don't outspeed anything. I go for the Scald once again, and that doesn't do anything, and I'm going to Calm Mind and rest. And in case you didn't notice from my skipping, he has Haze, which is definitely a very good move on his part. Very, very smart of him to pick. As he goes for Grass Knot, really doesn't do too much damage to me. His Vaporeon is the ultimate counter to my Suicune, and that's all she wrote for that. So I'm gonna rest again, you know, stall out. I'm like, hopefully I can stall out these Hazes. He has 48, but with pressure, I'd think he'd have 24, right? That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So he goes to Empoleon, and he's switching out because he's like baiting Scald and stuff until I finally run out of Scalds. That's basically his goal. And we just keep doing this. Sorry for the clicking, it sounds really obnoxious. I'm gonna put this mouse down here so you don't hear this obnoxious clicking. Okay, you're probably still gonna hear it, but I don't care. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you saw there, I did actually, there was some prediction game of like when I'm going to Scald. I ended up actually burning my Empoleon, which is great. Yeah, it's just gonna be more of this Calm Mind stall, as Vaporeon and Empoleon both go onto the field. And so, you know, this is really difficult because now it has water absorb. Just kidding. Anyway, so Empoleon comes back in and gets the wish. It's just ridiculous stall at this point. He keeps hazing and I'm like, oh my gosh, eventually I'll stall him out. He doesn't realize. I think I realized at this point though, at turn 79, here's what I learned about haze. Haze, or not haze, but pressure. Pressure, you only lose PP if it's an attacking move. An attacking move, meaning you are inflicting damage, non-residual, onto these pressure using Mon. So basically all of my efforts of stall were for nothing. I didn't realize that. He didn't say anything, this troll. And so I basically wasted that whole time, and he might have thought I was just being a D. So I'm sorry that we both just had complete miscommunication there. But yeah, that's why I switch out to Scrafty and just like, maybe we can get damage or something. I don't know. But yeah, so Suicune actually cannot outstall Vaporeon because Vaporeon probably still has like about 20 hazes. And I'm basically out of Scalds. I can go for Drain Punch. I'm burned, as you can see. So there is like legitimately nothing I can do at this point. He's gonna wish as I go for Drain Punch. I don't know. I'm surprised I was as patient as I was at turn 82 and like still willing to prolong the inevitable at this point. I die of burn though, because 13% on Showdown is 12.5. Anyway, I bring in Cloyster. I do go for the smash because I'm like, this is my last ditch effort. I'm not sure if I had HP Electric on this thing. I don't think so. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I just had Rock Blast. To think that was my best move to hit this Empoleon is saying a lot. As, yeah, able to do some damage, which is great and all, but he still has Vaporeon. This sucks. I bring in Darmanitan. All he has to do is go to Vaporeon because, I mean, he wants as many points as possible. Rock Slide plus Sheer Force does damage, but it won't ever flinch ever. And he can Protect Stall. Surprised he did that. You know, he could have lost his Mon there. I mean, to be fair, I mean, there's nothing else that could have been done. He could have went Vaporeon, that would have been GG. Kinda? Yeah, because he had Vaporeon still. Well, unless he lost Vaporeon, that would be a different game. So really, that was a risky play, considering how safe he was playing the rest of the game. But with that said, I mean, he won the 5-0, so I'm just like, F this noise, I'm out of here. So, but yeah, that was as good as it could have got. Unfortunately, Medi got poisoned, and that was really the crucial clincher beginning game. Yeah, does not put me very well in the NPL at this point. Definitely have a lot to make up, if that's even possible at this point. You will see week 10, if you guys are even listening by the time that this end of the video here, that week 10 will not be up because that's versus the Green Bay Polkias, who did not end up battling me, so I'm pretty sure I just got a +3 win automatically. But yeah, that's basically that. So you'll see week 11 next upload, and I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, sub. Until later. Peace.